Right then, my wonderful people, I have made a forum thread about this, and I will put the link underneath. But I kind of thought it was time for me to mix things up a little bit with the videos. Now, I'm always doing cases like this to give away. Me and an artist friend do come up with these, or rather I come up with the designs and then he takes my designs and de-spastics them, is the best way that I can put it. And he turns my ideas that are in my head into a reality. Like, for argument's sake, that one over there that you can see, which is just out of shot, is going to become my home server case. And we have got a MSI Dragon themed one for Rush Kit J as well. But the reflective stuff's like motorway grade vinyl. And people kind of raised their eyebrows at me when I said that I wanted to use it on a computer case. But as you know, you will see that it can end up looking pretty cool. Anyway, so this is the Corsair 540 Air in white. And it got sent to me because I obviously like the white cases, so they were like, well, we've got to send Tom one. And we've adapted the Borg theme that we gave away of the case before, and we put it on this. The logo is in red, and I think that looks so nice. Anyway, so that is the 540. Now we can spin it round. The vinyl goes right the way round. It's mental, to say the least. But you're thinking, Tom, we like it, but why are you showing it to us? Now, the different thing is I've obviously been doing reviews of lots of different products for quite some time. And I've got my own custom rig, which is Orca, but I thought it was time I had something slightly different for the reviews. So this is going to be my motherboard test case. So we've got the same case that we chucked the motherboards in for a bit, and it's just something to make things and a bit nicer in the videos, but also B, so that it gives you guys an idea of the type of stuff that you can do. Now in there at the moment there is an MSI GD45, which is the next, that's the next motherboard we're going to be reviewing, but the rest of the kit that's in it will probably stay pretty static. But we've not only done the graphics on the outside, I've done a few other things as well. But what I want to do first, actually, I'm going to put a power cable in, flick the old girl on, and then we'll let that. The fan you can hear at the moment is the power supply doing a 100% fan test, which they do. And you can see I've got AF 140s in there. But if we take the side panel off, now I wanted to do turn it on first. If we take the side panel off, it will suddenly become a lot brighter because this is smoked acrylic. So when I take this off, whee, let's put these screws down on the floor and hope I don't end up kneeling on them. So you can see the LEDs in the bottom. There are some LEDs in the top at the back. I've got two AF white LED 140s in the front, an AF white LED 140 in the back, and surprisingly on the H100i in the roof there are two more white AFs. Now I know we do say, you know, AFs are for airflow and the SPs are for static pressure, but I wanted white LEDs, so I used the AFs. So I'll sacrifice any performance. Come on, there we go. So you can see we've got another 30 centimetre strip of LEDs in that top edge, but also down here, this is the bit that I want to show you. You can see the reflection, but the floor, I was quite openly never a fan of the mechanical hard drive slots in the floor, so I've cut that whole section of the floor out. That is now a 3mm thick genuine carbon fibre, none of this fake mumbo jumbo Dynox stuff. This is genuine carbon. Now I've still kept the solid state, or one of the hard drive mounts. I'm sorry for the glare, but it's how bright these LEDs are. There we go. That a bit better? There we go. So this is genuine carbon. But then under the solid state drive there is some plastic, or sorry, some rubber feet I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to show you. You can just about see them there. They're actually feet from an anoxia case that are meant to help support a power supply. But I put them underneath this solid state drive, so it looks like it's floating. It's mental, isn't it, that bright light? But it looks like it's floating. And it, you know, it's just nice. I will probably make a blank up for this soon, because that's where the other hard drive mount would have been, and try and do something about this lower section. But the whole idea of this case is to show off the motherboard, really. Now it is actually very well lit, but the camera's just struggling with all this light. Maybe it'll be something I need to learn with. Maybe I need to put some more light at this top edge. I don't know. We can have a play. Anyway, the power supply is a Corsair AX760i. We've got the H100i there. We've got 16GB of Corsair Vengeance Pro. The cables were seen in the RM review recently. These are actually the gunmetal grey cables. So rather than going with red, because obviously not all motherboards are going to be red, or boring black, I went with these because they're kind of they're a nice. They sit in between. It'll work with most other colours. It's quite a neutral kind of colour. Is it going to focus? Come on. Anyway, the gunmetal grey is quite neutral. It doesn't really stand out too much inside the case, and I think it all does work quite well. Club 3D graphics card in there. Yeah, we did use a 7970 Royal Ace before, but this 280X one is exactly the same. It's pretty much just got a back plate on it now, but we've got that in there, and I think personally it all looks quite, you know, quite good. I know the things that I've done are very simple, but in a way I wanted to keep it like that so that you guys can do this type of thing as well. Now this is the motherboard test rig, which is going to be getting brought into service within the next few days. We're going to be testing that motherboard, and this will be getting used from here on in. But what we're also doing is when one of the new Corsair cases arrives, I'm going to be doing exactly the same thing with that, and that's going to become my graphics card test rig. So I'm going to, once I get it and I get to see it and get a feel for it, see what little things I'd like to do with it. I'll do a few bits and bobs, nothing drastic, but just try and you know, put my little kind of touch to it, and then I'll be using 2 custom cases for definite. Maybe even a third might get brought in as well. But as I said, it's just something for us to do, just do our little bit of difference. At the end of the day, I work with this type of kit day in, day out, so this just means it gives me something to do to build it in the first place, and also it means that I get to bring you a review video or photos of the products with a little bit of a twist to them as well, because we're going to be using what would be a customised product rather than something that's straight off the shelf. But please do take these ideas if you want to, you know, have a if you want to use, you know, maybe the carbon floor idea to do in your own mod, then brilliant, that'd be excellent. I'd love to see it as well. I'll click the link underneath, or I'll put a link underneath the video for you to see the OC3D forum project logs and the rig galleries, because we've got lots of members there with custom rigs. So if you'd like to come and show yours off, please come and show us. If you're building a new rig, that's our favourite thing. We would love to see a build log of yours as well. But for now at least, with a nice short little video for you boys and girls, it's Tiny Tom Logan. So I am now going to fugger off, and I hope you enjoyed this. Ding! You thought I forgot. You thought I forgot.